What's going on, guys? This is Eamon. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the three most important automations that you need to have in your painting company. Now, I know that every painting company is different, and you might do things differently, but I think these three, they're really just foundational, and no matter how your company works, how you prefer to do things, you need to have these three, or some variation of them. So this is the first one. And by the way, I'm doing all of this on the GoHighLevel CRM. I have a link in the description and in the top comment for it, but you can do this in any CRM. You can do it in drip jobs, you can do it in anything. So this first one is for somebody who submits a form, okay? It's a new lead who submitted a form, but they didn't schedule, and now you're following up with them to try to get them on the calendar. So this can be obviously the form on your website, the form on your Facebook ads, on your Google ads, whatever it is. So this is the follow-up sequence. This is the entire workflow. And you can see it's triggered by the form that's submitted. So the form gets submitted, and then I went over this more in the how to automate your painting leads pipeline. But basically, this means you're just updating the pipeline. They're being added to the new lead stage. You can see here, new lead. So that's what that does. And it adds a tag to them that says new lead. Then there's the internal email notification. So that goes to you, the business owner, or the estimator, whoever you'd want to get this information. They would get this email sent to them that says, hey, you have a new lead. This person just became a lead. This is their information. So this is the information from the form that they filled out. That's being sent to this person. And this is a notification on the app. So that appears on their phone. And then they click on this and it takes them to the app so they can see that lead. And then I've got a wait step here for 18 seconds. Personally, I don't like to start sending automations right away because it makes it a bit too obvious that it's an automation. So I like to wait just that little bit so that it can seem a bit more human. And I've mentioned this in other videos, but for this kind of automation, personally, I would prefer that once somebody replies to it, that it stops on response. So they don't continue to get follow-up messages if they respond to any of the messages that you're sending. Because then that just looks weird and it might turn them off doing business with you. And it's just annoying. So anyway, then there's a... So this is just extra logic that I've got here. You don't need to have this. But this is just a question it's asking, did they book their own estimate? So if they submitted the form and then then they booked onto the calendar, we remove them from this workflow because this workflow is trying to get them onto the calendar. So there's no point doing that if they've already booked their own estimate. And if it's no, if they didn't book their own estimate, so if they're not active in the estimate booked automation, which, spoiler, that's going to be the second automation, then continue sending them these follow-ups to get in touch with them. And I have these going out for 14 days. So they're not going to be sent a message every day for 2 weeks, but it's just that it ends 2 weeks after they first submitted the form, after they first made contact. Now, if you want, you can have it like I've got done here, but you can obviously make more. You can have it done up to, a month. After that, I think it's fair to say that the person's not going to get in touch. So let me show you some of these messages. These are all the messages when I say messages, I mean both the emails and the text messages that the person's going to get. So there's the email confirmation. This is the subject of the email, your painting estimate request, next steps. Then it says, hey, thank you for reaching out about a painting estimate. We'd love to help you out. We'll be in touch within 24 hours. If you prefer to speak to someone now, you can call us here, and then the phone number will be here. Or you can click this link, and that takes them to the calendar. And then once they book onto the calendar, they'll go to the other automation, and they'll be taken out of this one. So that's what all of this is. It's just trying to get them onto the calendar. This is the text message. Hey, this is Eamon from Eamon's Painting Company. Thanks for requesting a quote. When would be the best time to call you? Morning, afternoon, or evening? And you can see here by asking a question over text, I'm trying to get them to respond. I don't want to leave it just open-ended, when would be the best time to call you, and just fully leave the ball in their court. I've basically just given them here 3 options. You can also ask something like, where are you located? That could work well too. The idea is just to get them responding. You don't want them to ghost you. So you want them to feel like they have to answer you, but at the same time, you give them a few options, morning, afternoon, or evening. And then there's another wait step here. It waits 2 hours, and it sends another message. Hey, name, if you prefer, you can just book into our calendar. So now we've sent the calendar link to the person's email, and there's a direct message. So we're just giving them a lot more options to get in touch with us. Then there's a 1-day wait, and I send another SMS. Hey, just following up, are you still interested in getting an estimate? So you see, I'm just trying to get them to respond. And then 1 day wait, send another email. Hey, just want to check in with you after you requested information. You can get started right now. Again, calendar link, then the SMS. And basically, it's just the same thing. Then it waits for 3 days, and this is the SMS that gets sent. So now it's been 5 days since they got in touch. Then it waits 3 days, and now it's been 8 days since they got in touch. Hey, we still haven't been able to reach you. So now another 4 days, and we send them an email, because now this is 12 days. Hey, we're getting in touch, you can get started. It's all the same thing. Now you can add a lot more things in these emails other than just pushing them to the calendar. You can maybe, say if you're still looking for ideas, here's our portfolio, and then link that page on your website, the one that has all your befores and afters. You can play around with this stuff. And then a 2 day wait, and now it's 2 full weeks since they got in touch. Just letting you know we have availability this week. Again, that's the email, and then the SMS. Like I said, you can have this going out for like 30 days just to be really comprehensive. And honestly, that might be best. But like I said, you need to have this in your company. You just do. Especially if you've got a lot of leads coming in, you have to have something like this. And ideally having going up to a month in advance. So this is the first automation, which is the new lead automation. Now let me show you the second one. This is the second automation that you need to have in your company. This is basically just a confirmation that their estimate has been booked. And it's just reminders of the upcoming appointment, just so they don't forget, and so that if anything changes, if they can't make it or they're not going to be at home at that time, they can just tell you in good time. That's basically all it's about. So you see here the trigger is that an estimate gets booked onto your calendar, and then we remove them from the other workflow. And I know this seems redundant because we already did that in the other workflow, but it's just good practice, All right, and with this one, you probably don't want it to stop on response, so go to settings, and you probably don't want it to stop on response or to take them out. I know you can do this differently in other CRMs, but yeah, just make sure you don't take them out of this one, like no matter what happens, unless they explicitly asked for it. And now it's an internal email notification letting you know that somebody booked an estimate. This person just booked an estimate, call them to confirm it. Now again, you don't have to do that. It's just, like I said, depends on how you like to do things. Then there's the app notification, and this is what gets sent to the person who booked the estimate right away. Confirmation SMS. So hey, lead name, this is Eamon from Eamon's Painting Company, your estimate for, and then it pulls the time that they selected on the calendar, has been scheduled. So your estimate for, the 7th of July, 3 p.m. has been scheduled. Please reply with yes to confirm the appointment. Like I said, you don't need to do this whole yes thing to confirm the appointment. The point is you're just getting in touch with them right away, and you're just confirming everything for them. And you should send an email as well. Your appointment has been confirmed. Hey, lead name, your estimate for, again, the time has been confirmed. Please let us know if you have any questions in the meantime. We look forward to meeting you. Just really simple. And now this is a wait step, but unlike before where you just waited like 2 days and then did whatever it was, this waits until 2 days before the estimate. So it's tied to whenever the estimate is. So it waits until 2 days before the estimate and sends an email. And again, you can send a message. This is just a template. So whatever CRM you're using, you should, I recommend that you take this as an idea, as a starting point. So again, just a reminder. And then you wait until 1 day before and send an email. Again, your estimate with us is in 24 hours. If this time does not work for you, then let us know by calling, then phone number. And the final reminder is just 1 hour before the estimate. And it says, hey, just a reminder, your appointment is in an hour. Or you can have something like, I'm on my way now. All right, so as you can see, you're giving people plenty of reminders, and you can have other ones too. So this is 2 days before. You can have one for 3 days before, and then just the day of, if that's the way you want to do things. It's completely up to you. Like I said, just use this as a general template. If people can't make it, then they're going to let you know, because you've given them plenty of time. And that's what this automation is really good for. It cuts down on cancellations and things like that, where it just throws your whole schedule out of order. So yeah, make sure that you've got this automation as well. So this is the second automation. Now let me show you the third one. All right, now this is the third automation that you have to have. So this is for when you send the proposal, okay? And the trigger again is that a proposal is sent. Now, depending on the CRM you're using, you might not be able to send proposals from that CRM. You might have a second one. So let's say, for example, you're using GoHighLevel with Paint Scout. I know Paint Scout has a feature where it can follow up automatically. So you'll have to do it from Paint Scout, not from your actual CRM, where you've got all your leads and all your other automations. But basically the point is the same. The trigger is that you send the proposal, and then you update your pipeline. You move the person to the stage of proposal sent. Then you add a tag that's for proposal sent, just in case. And then you wait 2 hours. Okay, I've got a wait step here. And then it sends an SMS message. Hey, name, Eamon from Eamon's Painting Company. Have you been able to take a look at the proposal I emailed to you? So again, it's just trying to get people to respond. You don't want people to ghost you at any stage of this process, obviously. So that's why, you want to ask all these questions. And then one day after, you send another email that says, thank you for the opportunity. Hi, name. Thank you for taking the time to review our proposal. I wanted to make sure you have everything you need to make your decision. I include everything we discussed in the proposal. Please let me know if you have any feedback or questions on it. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. So again, as you can see, I'm inviting a response. And then it waits another 3 days because obviously once you've sent the proposal, you want to give people some time to think about it, but at the same time, if they've decided that they don't want to go with you, you want to know as early as possible. So this is one that gets sent 4 days after the proposal was originally sent. Hey, I just wanted to check in. Did you have any comments or questions about the proposal? I'd be happy to go over it with you in more detail. We can also adjust the timeline or scope if needed. And then it waits another 3 days, and this gets sent a full week after you first sent the proposal. I notice you haven't confirmed your painting project yet. We understand getting your home painted is a big decision and not something you do every day. We also understand that inviting contractors into your home requires trust, and we work hard every day to earn that trust. I'd welcome the chance to address any concerns or make adjustments to better suit your needs. By the way, I'm going to have another video, probably the one I'm going to make after this, that shows you how to write these. And you can just use AI for these. You just tell it the tone and the style to keep it in mind. And basically you just adjust it once it gives you a rough template. And then another 3 days, so now it's 10 days. Hey, just wanted to reach out again. Again, just trying to sell your business and asking them for any input they have on the proposal. And then you can see here 14 days after, 21 days after, and now here it's a full month after. And you can see here the subject is there something stopping you? So it says, hey, it's been about, well, it's not too true, it's been about 4 weeks since we've given you the quote for your project, and I figured I would reach out to ask if there's something stopping you from moving forward. Is there a question or concern I could address? I'm in the office today. You can reach me directly at my number if you'd like to discuss your proposal in more detail. Best regards. So yeah, like you can see, I just keep trying to get them to respond. You don't want people to ghost you. You want to keep trying to prod them until they get back in touch and they either give you a yes or a no. That's basically what you're trying to do. So like I said, regardless of how you run your business, you probably need some form of automation in it, and especially these three, I think they're really important. And you probably can't do without them. I'd be surprised if somebody had a big company that didn't use some form of automation for these 3 stages, especially for new leads and appointment reminders and for proposal follow-ups. I think that's really important. And especially, like I said, once you've got a lot of leads and estimates going out, then you really do need some software to take it off your plate. So that's basically everything I have for this video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. And if you want somebody to help you generate estimates for your business, you can get in touch with me on my website. I'll leave a link for that in the description and the top comment. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.